His online world became a nightmare of hateful words. Leo felt isolated, trapped by cyberbullies. But what if silence isn't surrender, but a powerful weapon? Discover how Leo found courage in digital corners and learned to mute the monsters. This story reveals how to reclaim your peace and stand tall against online torment, showing you're never alone. Leo's bedroom was his sanctuary, but lately a dark cloud had settled over his online world. What was once a place of fun and friendship had become a battleground of fear, leaving him anxious and isolated. He didn't know what to do. Online gaming, which he once loved, now filled him with dread. A group of older players had turned his virtual haven into a nightmare. Every login felt like stepping into a trap. It started with ambushes and unfair fights in the game, but soon it escalated into hateful messages, poisonous words that echoed in his mind, chipping away at his confidence. "You're useless, Leo. No one wants you here. Why don't you just quit, loser?" The taunts flashed on his screen, each word a tiny dagger aimed at his heart. He tried to ignore them, hoping the bullying would stop. But the bullies always found a way to pounce again, their words echoing in his headphones like mocking laughter. Tonight was no different. He moved cautiously through the virtual streets, dreading the inevitable onslaught. The anticipation was almost worse than the attacks themselves. Suddenly, the chat exploded with hateful messages, flooding his screen with insults and taunts. His heart pounded in his chest, a frantic drumbeat against the silence of his room. "Just quit already," one jeered. "Everyone hates you, Leo." The words echoed in his mind, amplifying his insecurities and fears. What if he just shut down the computer and never came back? The thought flickered before him, a tempting escape from the digital torment. But then a soft ping disturbed the chaos, a private message from Chloe.
"You seeing this? Report them. I am."
Her message was a lifeline in the storm. His fingers hesitated. Then a new message appeared from another friend. "Mute them, dude. We got you." He wasn't alone. With shaky resolve, he clicked mute beside each tormentor's name. Instantly, their hateful words disappeared, replaced by a newfound silence. The enormous volume of attacks dropped to silence, and for the first time that evening, the darkness in his room didn't feel so heavy. Relief washed over him. Chloe's voice popped into the chat again. "We're filing reports together. Those jerks won't get away with this." Her determination was contagious. He and his small band of allies clicked buttons and typed messages, turning the tide. The bullies' attacks were being met with resistance. After hours passed, the bullies' accounts were suspended. Justice had been served, and the virtual world felt a little safer. Leo's inbox filled with supportive messages instead of venom. The community was rallying around him, offering encouragement and friendship. The monsters in his headphones had been muzzled, not just by technology, but by friendship and courage. For Leo, the victory wasn't just the silence that followed, but the realization that anxiety thrived in isolation. He was not alone in this world. By speaking up and trusting others, he learned the best way to mute the monsters was to find strength in solidarity. From that night on, the glow of his computer was no longer a spotlight for fear, but a beacon of connection and hope. He logged into the game, with a smile, ready to face whatever challenges came his way, knowing he had friends by his side. Leo realized that even in the virtual world, real friendships could make all the difference. Leo's support had shown him the importance of standing up for himself and others. Together, they were stronger. They continued to play the game, but now with a sense of purpose, creating a positive and supportive community. Other players joined their cause, inspired by their courage and determination. The virtual world was changing, one muted monster at a time. Leo learned that muting the monsters wasn't just about silencing the bullies, but about amplifying the voices of support and kindness. The experience taught him the importance of empathy, resilience, and the power of standing together against injustice. In the end, Leo's virtual world was transformed, becoming a place of friendship, support, and courage, where monsters had no place to hide. And Leo knew with unwavering certainty that he was ready to face any challenge as long as he had his friends by his side, their voices amplified and united.